It is 3 days before my birthday, and I can't help but often feel a little bit of a sadness. Sometimes it feels like there is a hole inside of me, and it's hard to describe that to anyone, what that really feels like or what that's supposed to be. But if I listen into it or hear really what's going on, sometimes there's a certain sadness. I'm turning 38, and then there is this voice within me which is saying, what have you really achieved in your life? And you notice this thing, I think, I expect we all have that, when you're like in New Year's or your birthday, you're like, in this time in a year, I'll be in a completely different space. And right now, where I'm at, I am wondering, am I really at a different space? Or have I just stood still for a whole year? And obviously no one can answer that but myself. But right now, that's a big question. And I do feel like, okay, last year my birthday was actually not the bestest birthday ever. I went through something like a breakup just shortly before that. It was very rainy and grey. I went through a period where I was really scared of any man I saw. So walking outside the house was actually super creepy. And I remember also it was a weekend where most of the people I knew or friends were all not around. I don't know why everyone was gone, but that was the case. So I was very much moody the whole time, and definitely said that's gonna be the last time, right? So this time I have this beautiful, gorgeous space where I'm in. I decided to stay for my birthday in Bali because I do have some very lovely female friends here. So I know they're all gonna come on Sunday, and it's gonna be a beautiful day because we have all the things. I have all the things planned that I really like doing, like cacao and dancing. And I said it's 100% vegan, organic food only on the space. So I'm really excited about that, and we're gonna make like mocktails. So it's beautiful, and there is still the hole here that is like, but honestly, where is my partner? Why is this person not coming in? And I specifically don't want to set a gender here because I'm not so limited to this person being a certain gender. And still it feels like 38 is a very long time to have been waiting for someone. And I hear that left and right, people saying, oh, but I've been single for so long. And then they tell me 3 or 4 years, and I'm like, bitch, shut up. My last healthy relationship was, I don't know, like 15 years ago. So I don't even know how it feels to be in a relationship. And I still think a big part of me does desire that. But now I have gotten to a point, which I think is also very sad, where I don't actually believe that this is possible anymore. I feel like what I observe is a lot more women are single at the moment, like amazing, gorgeous women. And they're starting to embrace that. We're all starting to embrace that at the same time of like, okay, then it's not going to happen in this lifetime, and I'm going to be okay with that. And I am most of the time, but then there is phases like right now, 3 days before my birthday, where I'm like, today I'm sad about it because it's not, if I think about it, it's not what I would choose, but apparently I have to go with the thought of, okay, my soul apparently chose it, but did she? Apparently, I wasn't supposed to be distracted by that. And then there is this other thing that goes hand in hand with that, which is constantly people ask me, do you want children? And I'm like, well, unfortunately, I'm not a stick insect, so I can't just decide that my egg is going to replicate itself. Which, the first time I heard about stick insects being able to do that if there's no male around, I was amazed, and I was like, I wish I could do that. I wish I could give birth to my own clone. So hence, since that is not a possibility for us humans, what a stupid question to ask me, because how would I know if I don't even know how it is to be in a relationship? If I don't even know if there is any person out there who is like ready to start a family with me. And I definitely think, okay, yes, there is single parenting, but that is a very harsh decision, not something that I would be afraid to do. I wouldn't know how to, because I definitely would try to find a community very quickly. At the same time, I can't get myself pregnant. that's a reality we need to speak about. So if you are someone like me who gets emotionally attached very quickly to people, that also doesn't really go for these quick interactions, but I really crave like a longer, deeper connections with people, it doesn't happen that often. So therefore, how? If I'm not a stick insect, then how? I really wish that we would stop asking women this question, because I'm not sure men are being asked this question as often as we women are. And I think it causes a lot of pain for a lot of us. Like, I'm not even speaking just about myself. I'm also speaking about all these women who can't get pregnant or have given stillbirth, or, yeah, it's not just not aligned. So could we be defined by something else maybe? And not. Yeah, maybe it is a question of still the worth. Like, a woman's worth was defined by bearing children, and I think right now a lot of women are choosing not to, or can't, or are also not in a relationship at the right time where the childbearing years are, like me. Yeah, that's definitely the case. Yeah, sometimes I think equal amounts people would ask me about my business or my passion, especially my passion in life, as they would ask me about something like that. And I try to my best, because I think our worth is defined by so many more spaces than just if we want children or if we can have children. So yeah, 3 days before my birthday, and I feel a little bit of a sadness around that. It's also, I'm only gonna be here in Bali for another 10 days. So it really is like the days are ticking off now. And then it's gonna be very, very fast movement for me. Like 1 week there, festival working, 1 week there, festival working. Got 4 festivals lined up this summer. So I'm equally excited as I'm also worried, because when is gonna be the breaks? Because in between the festivals, I have to keep up with my own work. So I'm a bit worried about the summer coming. And not even speaking about autumn, because I have no idea what's going to happen in autumn. So I feel like a lot of things are questioned right now. And maybe also life is trying to push me in a different direction. And right now I just feel like, okay, I'm going to trust it. And it feels very scary at the same time. People ask me, will you come back to Bali? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know anything right now. I feel like until August, end of August, I have plans, like really intense plans in my agenda. And then afterwards, maybe I just need to crash for a bit, and then we will see what happens. It feels like a lot of things are uncertain in my life right now. Love it that it just got up when I speak about those things. A lot of things are uncertain right now, so who am I to know what's going to happen in the future? Bless you, Jimmy. And then I think, well, I'm 38. I'm also a bit sick and tired of that. Sick and tired, because it does feel, maybe that's the comparison coming in, it does feel like a lot of people at this time of their life, they have figured stuff out. They know where they're going, they know what they want to do in life. And I feel like I have so many things I know very clearly, or I desire, or I really feel like the mission of what I'm here to do in this world has never been more clear than it is today. And sometimes I struggle with what it feels like rejections. The online world is full of that. If you're putting out words that you speak or creations, like everything I do is creation, because I love creating, and all the words I speak is creation. I don't know what I want to speak about before I open like my mouth. It really feels like I'm aligned. Today my womb wanted to speak, so that's where a lot of the sadness is coming from, and a lot of the stories. So I don't know, but everything feels like a creation. All the pieces I put on social media, there's so much heart, love, and passion put into it. So at times it feels really hard when things are limited by the reach. I've been in this, it feels like a cage. I've been in this cage mode from Instagram for what feels like nearly a year now, where things are just not moving, not being seen, and it feels very weird. And this is hard not to feel it as rejection. I mean, that's one thing. It's like I said, it's all the podcasts I put out there, it's all the videos I put out there, it's the creations. I receive these beautiful creations, these beautiful like messages, and like this is what needs to be done. And it's sometimes hard when there is no yes or no, this sounds interesting, can I hear more, or amazing what you're doing. I have this funny example of, I have 2 people in my life who did that so far, maybe a bit more, who look at my stories or my reels every single day. I see it, and then once a year they maybe say, it's so amazing what you put out there and I really admire it. I'm like, thank you, that's very lovely. And at the same time, you're never interacting with anything that I put out there. Hence, unfortunately, the algorithm thinks my things are not important enough. Therefore, it doesn't reach anyone. So if you like what you see, then please like it in real life. And I think that's in general, I think we can do way more as humans. The compliments. If you see someone having a beautiful dress on, tell them. If you see someone saying something really interesting, tell them. Like, I think just the compliments, put them more out there. I try my best, definitely try my best, especially with everyone who I'm coaching. That is definitely the thing I would say is the biggest breakthrough for them, the celebrations they receive. So, and then they learn to celebrate themselves. It's so important. The little things are so as important as the big things. So yeah, I mean, we need to learn to celebrate ourselves, obviously, too. And then we need to celebrate the others as well. Because I don't fully believe in everyone is a mirror and everything is a mirror in this world. Because I think sometimes I can also be better. I can choose to be better. Even if the other person in front of me maybe still has their triggers, maybe still has their limiting beliefs, I can choose to be better. And I can choose, therefore, to hold them or react to them in a way that is better than what they believe about themselves. I hope that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense for me. Yeah, therefore, I leave it like this, with this, exactly here, in the midst of all the emotions being there, being in this beautiful, gorgeous place, and still feeling all the feels, thinking all the things, questioning all the questions, and just simply being human. Thank you so much for listening.